We've got another
We are ready to go with the final of the medium Crufts Team agility. It's a 4-dog relay against the clock, keeping within the base time. That is vital. Any mistakes can be very costly. It's a genuine test of consistency and accuracy. Just a reminder, medium dogs are between 350 and 430 millimeters. That's roughly 1'1" to 1'5". Here comes Leigh Gibson, one of the younger judges here, just 30 years of age, full-time agility trainer. And he has come up through the ranks, hasn't he, Graham?
Up through the ranks of the YKC, tremendously experienced competitor and judge, and it's really great that he's got the opportunity to officiate here.
This is Liz Finchett with Kira, a 7-year-old working cocker from the Kidderminster team. 4 teams, and that's the first of the 20 obstacles successfully negotiated. 5th year at Crufts, through the tunnel, all clean and reasonably quick so far. Tail wagging, no faults. This is a good start for the Kidderminster team, for the working cocker.
Yes, nice steady dog here. It just shows you where the course is going to go. Sharp right turn into the weaving poles. They must enter them to the right of the first pole, then alternately after that into the tunnel. And now she's coming back to the seesaw. The seesaw must touch the ground before the dog gets off. And again, another sharp turn onto the A-frame. Leigh Gibson having a really good look to make sure they get these white contact areas. All pulling it off the tunnel, and now they're going to have a baton change onto number 2.
Second dog, Sue Powell, with spice, just loves this agility. Tight turn there. Where do I go next? That's the way you go next. Again, a little hesitation. These are all precious seconds that are being taken away there, but it is clean and clear, if not spectacularly fast.
It's quick enough. It's 160 seconds, which equates to approximately 40 seconds per dog. So little one was a bit steadier, but this one's well up with the time here. Shelty's very popular agility dogs.
And 0 faults so far, and this is good. The second Kidderminster dog maintaining a very high standard.
Changing over at about 93 seconds.
Karen Gibbons with Willow, 6-year-old Shetland sheepdog, 3rd year at Crufts. Very vocal dog, this one, on the course, barking and yelping, and setting a very good pace as well. And look at that 0 on the bottom left of your screen. That's gratifying viewing for everybody from Kidderminster.
This dog's having a great time, barking its enjoyment all the way around. I'm sure that Karen would prefer that it was just a little bit quieter, just to concentrate on what's going on. Nice and steady on the seesaw, a sharp turn off the Eukanuba jump onto the A-frame. Just a couple more to go before the handover to the final dog, keeping an eye on the time here. So we're at 140 seconds at the moment.
3 out of 4 down. This is the last from Kidderminster. Cody, Heidi Weinhauser. Cody officially retired at Crufts last year. A couple of months, she's going to be 14 years old. And they say that they will definitely enjoy retirement after this. Oh, there are the dreaded crossed hands. And that is so sad for Cody, 13 years of age. Where have I gone wrong? Oh dear, oh dear. That's a sad one. Such an experienced dog at Crufts as well.
Such a shame. But she said, I'm 14. She said, you can't possibly tell me I've gone in the wrong direction. And then she decides she's going to go and have a little chat with the judge on the dog walk as well, and just say, look at me, everybody, I'm 14 years of age, and if ever you need an advert as to how fit and healthy agility can keep your dogs, just look at this. As I say, I think it probably will be the last year for her, but well done. Oh, we're going to have another go at the tunnel as well.
Perhaps it realises, perhaps Cody realises her last hurrah here then at Crufts. And again, just explain for any new viewers, that's the end of Kidderminster, sadly.
I think it will be, but it's a team competition, and they've incurred quite a few time faults, but you just never know. There's only 4. And look at this spaniel, ears and tails going everywhere. This just illustrates how much fun these dogs are having.
Big support for Dundee Doodles, plus Alfie. Lots of Scottish fans here. Megan with Lorraine King, 3-year-old Crossbreed. Very excitable. First time at Crufts. They train with Dundee Alsatian and Training Club. And that's an early 5 faults. Missing the dog walk, but up on it there. A little bit quietly. Where do I go next?
So you saw a shot there of Leigh Gibson with his hand raised with a clenched fist. That signifies a refusal. 3 refusals anywhere on the course is an elimination, as is going in the tunnel when it's the next obstacle.
Yep, the hands are crossed from 30-year-old Leigh Gibson. But again, the course will be completed.
Yeah, if they want to stay in the competition, she has to carry on round and she has to do the course in the correct order. If she misses any obstacles out on the way round in an effort to get back and try and save some time, and there's a case in question. And the judge just signalling to the people recording the times that he's going to come across and have a chat with them, I think. Whether she realises she hasn't done it. As you say, there's a vast amount of pressure out there, Jim. Not only have they got to get the dog round, but they've got to cope with everything else that's going on as well. And the judge there just pushing his arms in front of him and signalling that it's a team elimination.
Okay then, so this is Valerie Massey with Alfie, 3-year-old Cross Cavalier. Full of fun, full of life, no matter what's happened to the team. Alfie's doing his own thing out there by the looks of things. And Dundee Doodles plus Alfie, this is the plus one in the team then. Not altogether going according to plan out there.
No, it probably won't be some runs that they're gonna look back on and think, well, I think they'll just think,
put it down to experience.
But the thing is, nobody's told the dogs that They've been eliminated. That's always my favourite expression, and the handlers really shouldn't tell the dogs, you know, anything. They're doing their best. They don't know where they're supposed to be going. They do rely, and it really does. The nerves take over. So, although, as you say, we had a little laugh then, I wouldn't want to be down there doing what they're doing.
Now we're looking at Heidi Mendoza with Doyle, a 9-year-old Poodle. Might be a good opportunity just to explain those Kennel Club names for us again, could you? This is a Yankee Doodle, Super Poodle is the registered name.
Yankee Doodle Super Poodle is the Kennel Club registered name. Just to remind everybody that you do not have to have a pedigree dog just because it's Crufts to compete in Kennel Club agility. You can either have a pedigree dog or you can have a mixed breed dog, but you have to register it on the activities register. So any dog you can do agility with and just have as much fun, hopefully, as these guys are.
Good round from Doyle, Scottish Dog of the Year, and twice in fact, so well done there. And this is Cassie, Crossbreed with Dane Redford. Very consistent dog, competed here at Crufts on a number of occasions, also competes at championship level. A bit crowd sensitive, I'm led to believe, which probably doesn't help much here at Crufts.
It doesn't, but the dog's not showing a lot of sign of that now. It is going at a really good lick here. Dane anxious to show everybody just how good the dog is. And as you say, it's a really keen little dog here, covering the ground really quickly, crossing behind the A-frame, making sure it gets that white area that we call the contact areas on the end.
And completing the round for Dundee Doodles plus Alfie.
And we go down a dog walk. Oh, yep. Good spot by the judge. Dog arguing. And then the two-footed approach here. Look at the dog using both feet.
Fingers crossed Rushton, Becky Edwards and Boost. First time at Crufts. Likes to do everything very fast, very energetic, very vocal, and setting a cracking pace early in this round. Hesitation there, that'll be 5 faults signified by Leigh Gibson.
And that was 2 run past there, Jim. First to the left, first to the right. It all seems to be going wrong here.
Good through the weaves though there, Graham, and the collapsible tunnel, no problem there through that aspect of it. Over the seesaw, full of energy, full of noise, great commitment, picked up the 10 faults. Slight hesitation, but a compelling, oh dear, and back over that, and that will be elimination from Leigh Gibson.
So
carrying on though, as we said.
What they've got to do at this stage is just not to panic. They've just got to run each individual dog, picking up another 5 there for a missed contact. So they've just got to try and keep it together, because they could still be in with a shout. Hey, we've had teams with a lot of faults here. There are only 4 teams in it.
Absolutely right. So there's the big prize is still here, bearing in mind the faults we've seen earlier in this competition.
Sharp turn now onto the A-frame, just checking the dog, making sure it gets the white bit. Now she's going to turn the dog the safe away, the left-hand side of that jump, and the hand over. The baton must remain in the box, and must be passed hand to hand.
Janet Annette's from Fingers Crossed, Cockapoo, Dylan. First time at Crufts, first agility dog that Janet has had, and sadly again a huge mistake there, and the hands are crossed, and the team have been, or this particular dog has been eliminated.
Such a shame there. The dogs are all picking up the entrance to that tunnel as they're coming over. They're just looking at the entrance to the tunnel, and it's drawing them all in it. And you say the faster the dog goes, the quicker the mistakes happen. So
this is Julia Durrant. Oh dear. We are seeing so many mistakes in this competition. Through the weaves. Dogs going well through them this afternoon. And this is going to be very, very interesting when we come to the climax of this competition, because of a mistake-littered rounds leading up to it, and everyone who hasn't taken part must be rubbing their hands, not in glee, but fancying the job.
Well, yeah, but I think they're also looking at some of the mistakes that are going on out there and just thinking, oh my goodness. But well done to them. Fingers crossed, Rushton. And there go the mistakes. First one side, then the other, but she had the presence of mind to bring it back. And this is probably one of Leigh's easiest decisions there. Missed contact, and the picking up and the elimination there into the collapsible tunnel. Whoa.
Off we go then. Rough and Smooth Collie Training Association, rough with the smooth. This is Elaine Sherwin with Beam, 3rd year at Crufts, just loves running on this green carpet, and this competition is there to be won, but sadly, another mistake.
Yep. And that's what happens. You either get 4 teams that go through with just very, very few. And it's not the course, because some people look at this and say, oh, well, it was such a difficult course for a team competition. That's not the case. This is nerves, pure and simple. Some of these people are more experienced than others, but they've got some quite inexperienced people out there, and dogs. Should have said earlier on that this is a competition for all grades of dogs. Grades 1 right through to 7, and as I say, I'm afraid nerves are just getting the better of them, but as long as they end up having a good time, handler and dog, it's all that matters.
Let's have a look at Rosie and Pauline Weston. Rosie picked up some faults there as well. Cost just £50 from a local farmer, the best purchase Pauline has ever made. That's what we call value for money, 50 quid, and competing in the main arena here at Crufts. And you are going to, and there is another elimination. again, hopping twice over that pretty straightforward jump. So many nerves and tension out there. And in the moment, I'm going to ask you to give us a little hint here. Graham, I will ask you about who is going to come out on top in this competition. It's very, very hard to tell from where I'm sitting.
It is. I think it's going to be Kidderminster, but as you say, I'm going to need to get my calculator out here, I think, and just do it, because there are also some time faults figuring in on this. So
it's one for the computer. It's one for the computer, definitely. Okay. That's the end of Pauline Weston and Rosie, 7-year-old, handing over to Catherine Rowlands and Stella. Lovely dog, easy to train this one, and let's see if that training pays off here in the main ring at Crufts. 5 faults just flew off that dog walk, didn't touch the wide at the bottom there. And there's another 5 faults clipping the obstacle there through the collapsible tunnel. Nice speed. And in good sync. Let's have a look at, oh dear, there's 5 more there going through the weaves. And that is another elimination for Catherine Rowlands and Stella from the Rough with the Smooth team from Newcastle under Lyne.
Unfortunately, picking up an elimination, the dog going back through the weaving poles. So, but we're back on course now. Let's have a really nice finish here. And then we're going to be handing over to a very experienced handler.
Over we go then to Amanda Hampson, Rogue, 8-year-old. Graham, you know all about Amanda.
I do. She's extremely experienced handler. She's represented the country on numerous occasions with this dog, and in fact I think she's even in the Great Britain squad for selection for 2015. And she's showing you why, Jade. Oh, and I'm not sure we didn't skip a weaving pole there, and we did. And because she didn't complete them, and she did the next obstacle,
oh dear,
it's an elimination. And in fact, he's there signalling a team elimination as well.
Wow. So your hunch is Kidderminster, but I think we're going to look at the computer to sort things out for us.
And there we are, taking the obstacle from the wrong direction, which is an elimination. And just, he's having a bark, and he's just saying how much fun he's having. And again, you'll see the dog turn around and doing more than a couple of gates in the opposite direction. A really great example there. Regrettably, that's doing the obstacle in the wrong direction, and there, poor old Jade, missing a weaving pole, and Amanda not going back and correcting it. So an event-filled team.
Spot on, Graham, as per normal. Kidderminster take it, an error-filled final, the Agility Crufts Team medium final. Rushton fingers crossed in second, and Dundee Poodles plus Alfie third. And fun and games, lots of errors. Kidderminster, though, the kings.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now back. It is presentation time!
Here we are then with a presentation of the Crufts Agility medium final. 20 obstacles proved too much for quite a few of the dogs.
And a presentation's been made by Mr. Paul Harding, Kennel Club General Committee member.
Kidderminster, the winners, Sue Powell, Heidi Windhauser, Karen Gibbons and Liz Finchett. Well done to them. Of course, it proved to be very, very tricky. A lot of excitement up there. Too much excitement, perhaps. Fingers crossed, second place then. That is Amanda Spinks, Julia Durrett, Janet Annetts and Becky Edwards, the runners-up here.
And what a great way for 14-year-old Cody to bow out from its agility career here at Crufts, winning the medium team. What a fantastic achievement. And it just highlights, Jim, that anything can happen in these team competitions, literally. You may think you're in with no chance, but you've just got to keep going. And here